Alright guys, I wanted to talk a little bit today about how to travel light. Now I have a lot of camping and survival videos. This is going to be a little bit different. When I travel, whether it's camping or not, I like to travel light. But this video is going to be more about traveling as in a vacation, going to a city. Let's say I was going to fly in a plane and go to California or Las Vegas. This is more about that, just a normal travel where you're going to be staying in hotels and you have money to get food. This isn't a survival bag. This is how to travel on a plane and go anywhere with only this. It's how easy it is. You'll see people in airports carrying huge bags, multiple bags, and it's just like, wow, you really want to carry all that stuff? So this is actually a bag made up for cold weather. It's winter right now. So this is what I would need if it was cold weather. If it was warm weather, you'd need even less. So we're going to go through the bag and talk about everything I have in it. And there's a few specific things that make this possible, which we'll talk about as we go through it. So to begin with, if it's cold weather, if I know I'm traveling somewhere cold, I would have my hoodie here. Now most of my products are merino wool. I'll talk about that more as we keep going through. But I would have this hoodie. I'd be wearing it as I'm traveling, and if it wasn't too cold, I would just wear a t-shirt only and the hoodie. And if it was colder, I'd put on more stuff, as we'll show you in here. But that would be pretty much something I wear. It will fit in this bag. If I had other stuff taken out, I could probably stuff it in there as is. But if it's cold weather, that's something I'd bring. So also in the bag, all my clothing pretty much is merino wool, and it's very important it's merino wool. We'll get to that. But in the bag, let's say it's cold, kind of like right now, nothing I'm wearing is what I'm bringing, only in the bag is what I'm talking about. But I'd have a long sleeve, heavyweight merino wool shirt I have here. This is pretty much like the long sleeve shirt I have on, super warm. So if it was cold out, I would throw this on, and then I'd have other stuff in the bag to throw on, which you'll see. So this is one layer I have, plus the hoodie if it was really cold. Keep going through here, get down to what's important, and then I'd have t-shirts. So I'll have two t-shirts just like the one I have on, the black one. I'd bring a black, maybe I'd bring a blue like I have here, and a green. That's all I have for top layering. So if I was going to go outside and it was cold, I could wear one t-shirt on the base, put on my long sleeve shirt, put on another t-shirt, and my merino wool hoodie. These are amazingly warm. I could go down to 20 degrees and be warm with just this stuff on. This fabric's amazing, and we'll talk more about why it's important that it's these fabrics as we keep going and why it's so easy to fit so much in here. So that's all I have for my top. Two shirts, one long sleeve shirt, and a hoodie. And you might question, how could that last you a month? Let's keep going through and I'll explain. So now we need bottoms, we need pants. So for pants, I have one pair of pants, and they are water resistant and wind resistant, but they're breathable, they're not waterproof. And they're just a normal nice pair of pants, and they're very thin though. They'll keep you warm because they're windproof, but they're thin. You could wear these from, even summer to winter, and they dry really quick, very easy to wash. One pair of pants, all I need for any time. And like I said, this is for cooler weather. If this was summer, you might just bring a pair of shorts. But that's all I need, one pair of pants. If it's going to be really cold and those pants aren't enough, have a thick merino wool long underwear. These double as sleeping pants, something to sleep in. And then two pairs of socks, again, merino wool, some type of wool, don't use cotton for anything, preferably. Merino wool, alpaca is great. Two pairs of underwear, and I also really like having just a pair of gloves if it's cold. So that's all my clothing, that's everything. So before I show you what else is in this bag, I'll explain the clothing. As you see, 99% merino wool, pretty much everything except for these pants, which also dry quick. Merino wool, as well as any other wool, alpaca, other wools, they have antimicrobial, antibacterial properties. They don't smell very fast. I wash mine every day or two, but you could wear them longer and they don't smell. So basically what you can do is you just wear something, and at night you fill up your sink. Now these are hair-based products. They're animal's hair. So you can bring some shampoo for wool with you, or you can just use the hotel's shampoo. It's not ideal, but it works just fine. And you put these in the sink, swish them around with the shampoo. Then you never wring out wool or stretch it. You don't want to stretch it, but you can roll it up in a towel, lay it on the bed, and it'll dry quickly and be perfect the next morning. Wool never really wrinkles. I've never had a wrinkle in wool, so it doesn't matter. Once it's dry, you can just throw it in your bag. So basically, as long as you're staying in hotels, all you have to do is wash one pair of clothes, not very much, one shirt, one pants and underwear and socks, every day or two in the sink. Throw them on the ground on a towel, throw a towel down, just lay them out and they'll be dry the next morning, ready to go again. And you just can keep reusing and reusing forever. You don't have to carry 10 different sets of clothes and 10 different bags. Just wash them every day or two as they get dirty, and they dry as you sleep, and they never smell. Cotton is why I said cotton's bad, is it takes a lot longer to dry. When it dries without a dryer, it's all crinkly. It gets, you'd have to iron it. It doesn't look good. It starts smelling a lot easier. Synthetics as well, they're horrible. They start smelling. You'll have like a gym bag on your back. It'll smell horrible. Doesn't happen with merino wool. This stuff is amazing. Keeps you warm when it's wet even. Doesn't smell easy, and it dries amazingly fast. So that's why merino wool is my choice for this. And then these pants, they're not merino wool, but they're very quick drying. I've never dried them in the drying machine. I just hang them and they're dry pretty darn quick. So all that, I could survive with those clothes for months. All I would need is a sink and some shampoo, and that's it. Also in the bag, of course, you want some creature comforts. What else you might bring on a trip? So you could bring a little computer or a tablet. I have a little backup battery bank, so you always have power if you want to charge your phone. You had a lot more space in this pocket. This pocket's empty now, but there was still a lot more space and a few more little pockets you could add in other things. In here, of course, I want my camera, little GoPro in there. And then in here, I didn't put toiletries in, but you would have toiletries, and I just simulated that with just this new package of just bottles. So I just simulated toiletries being in there. And again, there was still space in here for anything else you might want. So it's quite easy to travel. Like if I was going to go on a trip for 3 days to a week, this is all I would bring. I have my computer, my phone, battery power, and all the clothes I need. And I could carry everything with me at all times and never worry about my items being left anywhere. They're just always on my back. So I just wanted to share that because I thought it was kind of funny. I was thinking about it, like how much people bring with them. And another thing I thought of, if you are, traveling and you want to bring some things home, and you're like, well, how am I going to bring stuff home if I don't have a big suitcase? You could ship anything. If you collect a few things on your trip, just stop at a post office or a UPS store and just ship it home to yourself, and you'll get it when you get home. It doesn't cost all that much, depending on what you're shipping. But if you're going to carry it in a suitcase, I'm assuming you could ship it fairly inexpensively. So that's a nice way to get stuff home if you want to do that if you don't have space in your bag. So anyways, thought that was just something I wanted to share with you guys. Have any questions or suggestions, let me know. Happy traveling, and we'll see y'all later.